Welcome to the Oxen Group Nightly. My name is David Ristow. I'm the CEO and founder of the Oxen Group, and I'll be your host for tonight's Oxen Group Nightly. The Oxen Group Nightly is a daily recap of the market and also a recap of what the Oxen Group, a financial services firm that offers financial analysis and investment opportunities to our members, what we're currently looking at holding and what we're thinking about the market moving forward. Today we're going to be covering, as always, we'll be starting out with our market wrap-up. We'll also be looking at our entry into a new position in Dang Dang. We'll be looking at our exits that we had today in WRES, Tesla, CSUN. We also had an exit of DPS, which we'll be talking about under our other current positions. We'll also be looking at or discussing a little bit about our long-term position in Ford that we were able to update today with a new price target, and then we'll also be looking at tomorrow's forecast. So on the market wrap-up, we had a great day today in the market. Stocks moved higher throughout the day and closed a little bit lower than they opened, but it was a really solid day. Or excuse me, closed a little bit lower than the highs, but it was a really solid day overall. And one of the main reasons for such a great day was we had a number of merger and acquisition announcements, and we also had really strong earnings that were announced in after hours yesterday and in pre-market this morning. And some of those strong earnings came in from some of your sector leaders like Abercrombie & Fitch, Comcast, Deere, and Dell, which were able to move entire sectors up. We also had positive economic data come out from the Commerce Department as they announced that housing starts rose more than they have in 20 months. So yeah, as we talked about, mergers and earnings really ruled the day. We had two mergers and acquisitions announcements that came out today. Family Dollar, your discount, one of the leading companies in the discount variety store area, was announced that they have a buyout offer for $7 billion from a private buyout firm. And then Genzyme is going to be working with a French biotech firm, and they got bought out for $20 billion for Sanofi Ventus. And we also saw good earnings from Abercrombie & Fitch, Dell, and Comcast. Abercrombie & Fitch announced that they had seen their sales for the quarter four double from the year prior on strong overseas sales as well as strong sales here in America. Dell had just tremendous earnings and rose the most out of the group of the earnings group as they announced a beat on the EPS. They guided much above expectations from the street. They grew margins. I mean, they just really had a really overall great report. It also talked about how they are going to start to build a portfolio that's less driven by just PC sales, so looking to get into the tablet market, looking to get into the mobile market, and as those two markets start to grow more and more. We also had good earnings from Comcast. They beat EPS expectations and really commented that they saw a really heavy increase in the number of users of their company, and so it's a good sign for them as more and more people are now continuing to upgrade to cable and buy cable that maybe have been putting it off throughout the recession. And this is a company that continues to grow and continues to take market share in the cable department. And all those really helped just move the market all day today. And let's look at the market real fast, what we did today. So we opened up. We had a really nice open, and the stock market was just rallying really rapidly. But as we talked about yesterday in the Oxen Group Nightly last night, we said 12,300 is going to be our resistance level, and if we probably won't be able to break that anytime right now. And we saw we dropped right off that all the way down to 12,240. And the market, got this really nice group of earnings, these really nice mergers and acquisitions, and rallied. And when we hit 12,300, we saw profit taking occur. But on that dip, the market bought it back up, and that's a really strong indicator, and that actually makes me think that we're more likely to break 12,300 before we are likely to now go back to 12,000. This right here is the best part of what happened today, because if this had happened and then we had gone flat, or this had happened and maybe we had trailed off throughout the rest of the day, then we could have said, okay, well, there's no real strength in the market left. But again, there is nobody that wants to miss out on an opportunity to make money in this market, and it continues to buy up. I know it's creating a false bubble, and I know that it's creating something that's probably eventually going to create a really, really nasty bear market. But for now, it's not there, and we can't push it. And that's why we've really just gotten out of a lot of things, and we're ready to reload again. Um, yeah, but so one of the things we reloaded on today was we got into e-commerce Dang Dang. This is a recent IPO company out of China, and they're basically the Amazon.com of China. We entered today at 2680, and we were under the impression that earnings were going to be reported on Tuesday by Briefing.com, but this is now unconfirmed because the company itself has not stated they are reporting earnings on Tuesday, but on several other sources we have seen the reporting on Tuesday. So we're trying to figure out exactly if that's going to happen or not. We still do like the position, despite if they do not have earnings reporting, because the company is really bouncing off a real nice support line low. The only problem is will it have a catalyst to move higher? And that's one of the problems with it right now. Momentum wise, it looks like it's on a nice breakout to move higher. And here's the chart that we're looking at on e-commerce Dang Dang. So as we see, it really got a nice support line here right below 26, and this is we got in today right here, and there's a definite resistance line here at 27.57, but we got it at 26.80. If it can go to 27.57, we're going to get a nice, almost 3% gain there on the stock. And we'll be very happy with that. And this has a lot. The stochastics you can see are separating and moving higher. The RSI is moving higher. Everything's moving higher in the stock right now. It's got a nice. It's breaking off the support level very nicely. And as you can see, the stock has created lows and that have continued to sort of move higher. It was at 24, 24, 26, 26. We're expecting the next low to be around the 28, 28 level. So double dipping to new lows, and we expect that this will be the end of the 26 low for the time being, as it can break over 28. When that occurs, we're not exactly positive, but we will be in the stock, and we do like where it's going moving forward. We also were able to exit today 3 positions, or actually 4 positions, 3 that we got out fully. We exited WRES for a 6% gain on our short sale after WRES got back-to-back downgrades from yesterday and today. We got in yesterday, and then we got out today for a 6% gain. That was a real nice, great scalp for us on 6%. We exited Tesla for close to 2% gain. The company had really solid earnings. They beat expectations. They announced that the Model S is on track to be released on time, and the earnings were pretty solid overall, and this helped move the stock up back to where we could get out for a nice gain and help us average out for a 2% gain. And then we also exited CSUN today for an average 3.5% gain, half yesterday, half today, as the stock rose with the rest of the solar market as they prepare for their earnings season. We also were holding Dr. Pepper Snapple, and we were able to take 80% of that off today for a 2% gain, and we're going to hold 20% of that into earnings tomorrow morning, as we expect that the stock still has a lot of room, a lot of upside, and earnings look to be very, very solid for them tomorrow. And then we're still holding Infinera and the short sale in GFIG. Real fast, we also today reiterated a hold rating on Ford, but we did increase our price target from $17 to $18.50, and increased our buy range from $11.50 to $14.50, and then increased our sale range from 20 to 21. And we do like that stock a lot. I'm a big fan of Ford. I think they have a great future ahead of us. I just think that currently the ability for them to grow at the kind of rates that they had seen in the last year are probably not going to happen anymore. And I think the stock has really priced in, a 5 to 6% growth rate over the next few years, which is really all you can expect at this time until they show that they can really bolster either the European market, the Chinese market, maybe the Brazilian market, and the American market can start to really have, the kind of health that it used to have, back in the mid 2000s, back in the 90s. Tomorrow's forecast. The market looked really strong today, and it was on strong news, and the dips were bought up, and we're wondering, can it continue? We did see that 12,300 resistance that we were expecting, and that's a resistance line that is right there tomorrow morning. If we can get good news, it could break out. But really, the problem is where's that news gonna come from? We don't really have a major company reporting earnings tomorrow morning. Some smaller companies, but nothing too drastic. And then we have a little bit less on the economic calendar, with only the major things being CPI and jobless claims. So, if a merger and acquisition occurs tomorrow, as there have been a lot of those as of late, or we can get some other kind of news out, we can definitely see. I think the market continue higher and break that 12,300 level, and then where can it go from there? 12,500 would probably be the next really severe resistance level. But my take is probably we're going to have pretty much a flat to negative day. There's going to be some pullback as some profit taking from today occurs, and we expect that will most likely occur tomorrow, but it will be dependent on what we get in the morning. That's going to do it for today. Visit us at www.theoxengroup.com. Email us at contact@theoxengroup.com. Call us at any time at 1-800-709-1160. Please be a part of 70% plus accuracy today.